Good Monday afternoon, Morgantown. I'm Tori Gennuso, here to give you your U92 sports update. Starting off with some Mountaineer sports, looking ahead to the Saturday, October 13th WVU football game, the Big 12 has announced that kickoff between the Iowa State Cyclones and the West Virginia Mountaineers will be set for 7 p.m., and the game will be televised on FS1. Also, don't forget that this week's WVU game against the Kansas Jayhawks will be a gold rush. Turning now to the NFL, Earl Thomas, safety for the Seattle Seahawks, could be out indefinitely. Not just for this season, but for every season to come. Thomas was carted off the field Sunday after breaking his leg in what ended up being a 20-17 win over the Arizona Cardinals. Coach Pete Carroll referred to Thomas's injury as a lower leg fracture. While Thomas was being carted off the field, he raised his middle finger in what ESPN reported, quote, the direction of Seattle's sidelines. Thomas didn't speak with any media personnel after the game. Switching over to some NHL, Nova Scotia native Sidney Crosby is having some difficulty in getting a road named after him. The reason he is unable to receive this naming in his home province is simply because he has yet to retire. Crosby has 3 Stanley Cup champions and 2 Olympic gold medals under his belt, but until he hangs his skates up for good, there won't be any roads named after this hockey superstar. Looking back at some Mountaineer sports, this past weekend the West Virginia Mountaineers beat the Texas Tech Red Raiders 42-34. Let's take a look at some of the award winners for outstanding performances as named by the WVU coaching staff. Offensive champion is Marcus Sims. Defensive champion is Kenny Robinson Jr. and Keith Washington Jr. For special teams champion, E.J. Brown was awarded. Offensive scout team champion is Quincy Hall. Defensive scout team champion went to Travis Lee. And last but certainly not least, special team scout team champion was awarded to Luke Hogan. That's all we have in sports for this hour. For U92, I'm Tori Gennuso. Now back to your music.